Hello guys, welcome to my channel, and as I mentioned in my Monopoly video, I did buy the Pirates of the Caribbean films I didn't already own on Blu-ray. So I decided that I'd go through my Disney Blu-ray collection. And with that, by Disney, I also include all the live actions, Marvel, Star Wars, the lot. If it's Disney, it's in my video. But annoyingly enough, and HMV's done this before, so please stop doing it, HMV. They put the stickers on the sleeves. And these are the HMV exclusive sleeves. And yeah, typically, probably because the new film's out, these were not in the like 2 for 25, 5 for 30. They've just taken it off. It didn't make much difference though. Not the biggest fan of pirates, but it's Disney, it's going in my collection. So let's have a look. For now, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to move my little Disney friends from my shelf. Oh, sorry, sorry Star-Lord. We'll leave those there for one reason. Just reach over to my table. And let's go through my collection. So, number 1. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This was kind of hard to come by because at the time I bought this, I couldn't really buy it. It was like out of sale or what have you. So I had to buy a box set when it was coupled with Tangled, sell the copy of Tangled because I already had it, and end up with this. Then months later, they re-released it again. So yeah, that's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The film that started it all. Absolutely adore it. Up next, the very disturbing Pinocchio, one of the cool Disney sleeves. So yeah, this is really shiny. Different cover underneath. I actually prefer the cover underneath because it's got, you know, Monstro, Geppetto, you know, they're all on there. So cool. And very, very beautiful. Very. And then next, Fantasia. Disney Classic number 3. I just love it. I don't know what my favourite piece is. Probably Night on Bald Mountain, but it is really fun. I know it is really full. It is really fun. Yeah, this didn't come with a sleeve. And then I have I think it was Zavvi exclusive steelbook of Dumbo, and that is just absolutely gorgeous. Except this is a steelbook. So I'm pretty sure it's Zavvi. I mean, look how cool that sleeve is. It's just absolutely stunning. Downside to the steelbooks is that they're not numbered on the spine. Bums me out, but you just look up the order. But it does have, I will mention, a little bit of cardboard that obviously says Disney Classic number 4. And then Disney Classic number 5, a steelbook of Bambi. Yeah, really cute film. Not the biggest fan of it, but it's got to be done. I do cry when his mum dies. Who doesn't though? I'm not going to take the disc out because I'm a bit clumsy and I'm scared that I'll drop the disc. I'm not saying I would, but I don't want to. And then we're still missing a few more classics, so we're going to skip 4. They're just not released in the UK yet. You can buy them on DVD. But I don't like animation on DVD, so personally, not even for Disney. So, yeah, we've got Fun and Fancy Free, so that's Disney Classic number 9, and then Disney Classic number 11, which was The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. And these very, very fun films. I just hate that, you know, they're not singular, they're just doubled up. Just bums me out. And then Disney Classic number 12, the Diamond Edition of Cinderella. I got this one free, actually, when they used to do the Disney Movie Awards, but they stopped doing it, which is really sad because the Pirates of the Caribbean films I bought at the weekend, they all have sheets for points, and we just can't use them anymore. Unless it's back up and running, I hope so. But yeah, that's the Diamond Edition of Cinderella, and it's one of my favourite Disney films. You know, 'cause it's so iconic for so many reasons. Absolutely adore that one. And then Disney Classic number 13, we have Alice in Wonderland. Again, not the biggest fan of this one, but I just buy it because of Disney. And yeah, it's got all the characters on there. And then Disney Classic number 14, we have Peter Pan, one of the funky sleeves. Again, I kind of prefer the case underneath. It's got Captain Hook, and I love Captain Hook, Smee and TikTok. And then Disney Classic number 15 is a Diamond Edition of Lady and the Tramp. Not the fondest of this film either. It's adorable and everything, but it's just doggies. It's alright. And then this has a really neat special feature, which is from Diane Disney Miller, Remembering Dad. And it's got a really lovely black and white photo of Disney on there. Field train. Anyway, we must go on. So I don't want this video to be like a million years long. Then Disney Classic number 16. I hate the sleeve because it's pink. I prefer the blue dress, but obviously she's always in the pink dress in the parks and everything. It's just personal preference. I say make it blue. I prefer the cover underneath because it's just absolutely amazing. Obviously you've got the romantic scene with obviously Prince Philip and Aurora, and then you've got the really annoying fairy godmothers. You've got the castle, and you've got this epic sequence of Prince Philip charging, you know, the fiery breath of Maleficent. Absolutely stunning cover, but we've got to put this really girly sleeve over the top of that one. And Disney Classic number 17 is 101 Dalmatians. And this is one of my favourite Disney movies. It's just so funny. And actually, I prefer the cardboard sleeve to this. This is going to be a first. I actually prefer the cardboard sleeve. I'll say it's so funny. It's kind of weird because obviously Cruella just wants to skin puppies, but she's crazy. She's fabulous, darling. Right, and then Disney Classic number 18. So, I'm not the biggest fan of this one. Sword in the Stone. I mean, it's cool. It's Disney. I'll watch it. Not a lot to say about that one. Should really watch it again. It's probably one of my least watched Disneys. Anyway, then we're on to Diamond Edition of Jungle Book. I believe this was a Christmas present. Most of my Christmases are Disney. People just buy me Disney. I love it. This is probably one of my favourite steelbooks because just look at it. It's just stunning. It's going down the river, floating along. There's blue on that side, but like I said, I'd rather not pick the discs out, so just fill in the gaps there. I just love it. Look at Shere Khan's expression. I really like that steelbook. I said these were Zavvi exclusives. I probably will link them in the description. Anyway, classic number 20. I think this was free from the Disney Movie Awards as well. The Aristocats. Another fun film. Really like that the single, childless, unmarried lady in it is just really fabulous, and she's got cats and just she's living the dream. Then we've got Disney Classic number 21, which is Robin Hood. I just love this one. It's such a fun flick. I'm actually going to say, even though there's a lot going on this cover, I prefer the sleeve to this one as well. Really enjoy its simplicity. I can't even get the sleeve back on, guys. And then The Wondrous World of Winnie the Pooh at number 22. So yeah, that's the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. It's very crazy, very colourful. And when I watched this for the first time, I actually cried at the ending. Because obviously Christopher Robin is growing up, and you know, he's just telling Pooh that he might not have as much time for him anymore with school life. And it just hit me hard. Just cried. Oh, I cry at most Disney, so I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, Disney Classic number 23, and this is another Zavi steelbook. And I love this one. No, it's The Rescuers. People say The Rescuers Down Under is the superior Rescuers film. It's all about this one because I just love Rufus the cat. Cannot get enough of Rufus the cat and Evenrude, you know, the little dragonfly with his little leaf boat. Oh my god. And yeah, this is actually really stunning on the back. You know, there's so much detail on this steelbook. I actually forgot. I mean, look how shiny that diamond is. I don't know if it's showing up very well, but it's just such a vibrant case. Love it. I'm enjoying this video because it's been ages since I've actually sat down and looked at my movie collection, you know, because I just grab them when I want to watch them. Anyway, we've got Disney Classic number 24, The Fox and the Hound. Again, as soon as this film starts, I'm crying because obviously, you know, Todd's mother's been hunted down. She just leaves him. He gets picked up by, you know, all his friends, and oh, it's just so sad. So yeah, it's The Fox and the Hound. And the next two films that I have, which is the Disney Classic 26 and 27, not the biggest fan of. Basil the Great Mouse Detective, didn't tick any boxes for me personally. Can't remember why. Again, it's one of my least watched Disneys. Have watched it, but can't really remember. And then we've got Oliver and Company. So 80s, just love the cheese, but I don't know, it just didn't feel like a Disney. But now we are entering the Disney Renaissance period. So with these films, Disney started going on a dip. So obviously Disney died at this point. Then the company just started to struggle a little bit. But it was saved by The Little Mermaid. Absolutely stunning film, absolutely adore it. Sebastian is one of my heroes. He's just so cute. I mean, look at that smile, look at it. And yeah, Ursula, love her. It's just such a charming film. You know, who doesn't want to be a mermaid with bright red hair? Honestly, love it. Mind you saying that, I'm not the biggest fan of The Rescuers Down Under. I don't really get why people are crazy over it. I don't know. I prefer the first one. And again, I'm not really keen on this one because it's a doubled up pack. That's the only way we could buy The Rescuers Down Under at the moment. If they do release, like, maybe a steel book, nah, scrap that. I'm not spending any more money out on it. But look, Evenrude is my favourite. But yeah, unfortunately, that's a double pack. I already own it, because, is it 2 discs? No, they managed to put it all on one Blu-ray disc. But yeah, I'm not really that keen on that one in the Renaissance period, but it's in the Renaissance period. Anyway, next up, it out. Everybody's favourite. We have Beauty and the Beast. I don't know anyone that doesn't like this film. Actually, one of my favourite Disney characters is Gaston. Mainly because he's a complete and utter idiot, and every time he's on screen, I laugh. Well, up until the point, you know, during the mob song, where obviously they've got the pitchforks and everything, and they're going to kill the beast. That's not funny. But everything else, just Gaston and LeFou. I just love them. Still haven't plucked up the courage to go meet Gaston at Disney World. So obviously, I'm autistic, so anything social, and I just haven't got. I can manage people in suits, you know, like Olaf, Chewbacca. I'm there, but I don't know. But I will do it because, like I said, Gaston's one of my favourite Disney characters. Anyway, Aladdin. I actually saw the Aladdin musical in the beginning of the year for my husband's birthday and Valentine's Day, because his birthday is the day after Valentine's, so just did a combo thing in London. And I do like this film, but it's not high up on my Disney list. But yeah, Aladdin. And then we have Disney Classic number 32, The Lion King. This is the Diamond Edition 3D Blu-ray, and it's got one of those, I don't know if it's picking up really well, but it's got one of those sleeves that move. I don't know what you call them. I'm just going to call it sleeve that moves, okay. And I did see the Lion King musical for our paper wedding anniversary, which was 1 year, and I cried. It's absolutely beautiful, and if you can go see it, it's absolutely stunning. And then Disney Classic number 33 is Pocahontas. This is in my top 3 Disneys. Just absolutely stunning. You know, Colours of the Wind, the animation, everything. I mean, look at her. She's gorgeous. Just absolutely adore it. Colours of the Wind is such a amazing, emotional, inspiring song, really. And then Disney Classic number 34, again, top 3 Disneys, Hunchback of Notre Dame. This is a unique Disney because it's like a proper musical. I mean, I know all Disney's a musical, but this is like proper musical style. I don't know what you want to call that. But it's really, 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 really dark. Obviously, it's got religious themes, you know, all the sins. Frollo starts burning all of Paris, you know, all that fun stuff. And I think people forget, because obviously it's Disney, that they're going to think, you know, chirpy and cheerful. But even though it's got, obviously, a good ending, most Disneys do, yes, spoiler, good ending. It's just really, really dark. We have to go through a lot before we get to that, you know, happy ending. And Esmeralda is one of my favourite Disney characters as well. I'm not going to lie, probably have a little girly crush on her. Just between us guys, okay. And then next, Disney Classic number 35. This is another steel book. This is Hercules. And this is I think this is my husband's favourite steel book. But, you know, it's really vibrant. And it's such a fun film. Oh! Didn't notice there was more on the back. Yeah, we've got Hades and his minions. You know, that's another great steel book. That's Hercules. And then we have Mulan. Again, I'm fond of this. Let's see what the actual case. Actually, again, I prefer the simplicity of the sleeve of this one. And I'm actually upset that, I mean, I'm excited that making a live action, but it's not going to have any songs in it. You know, we're not going to have reflection, we're not going to, you know, make a man out of you, or, you know, a girl worth fighting for. I love those songs. I'm a bit disturbed that it's not going to be a musical. Oh, guys, we have still got a long way to go. I have 2 more shelves after I've finished on this one. Right, Disney Classic number 37, we've got Tarzan. Again, another sad film. It's about family and friends and all that. And at the back, we have that. But I'm a little bit distracted at the moment because the image quality there is really bad compared to the rest of it. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. It's a cool steelbook though, I'm not going to dispute that, but I was just like, wow. I'm just going to assume it's supposed to be like it because of the house at the, you know, back's a little bit like it. And then Disney classic number 38, Fantasia 2000. It's not as brilliant as the first one. In fact, it's not really that memorable at all. I just think like the Donald Duck Noah's Ark. That's all I can say about that one. I think I got this one free on Disney Rewards. I would have bought it though either way, but softens the blow when you're not fond of something, you got it free. And then Disney classic number 39, The Emperor's New Groove. This film is absolutely insane. I love it. I just laughed so much. It's absolutely hilarious. Cuzco is my favourite Disney princess, just saying. And then Kronk. I absolutely love Kronk with his spinach puffs. Just love it. Yeah, it's definitely in my top 10 Disneys, that one. So like I said, Hunchback and Pocahontas are in my top 3. But which other one's in my top 3? We'll have to wait. Anyway, where did we get? I got distracted now. Oh, Atlantis, The Lost Empire. Again, not the biggest fan of this one. Probably going to get bricked for that, but just, I don't know. I mean, it's cool. It's good. It's entertaining enough, but it's not very high on my list. There's no difference between the cardboard sleeve and the actual box. Not a lot to say about that one, so that's nice and quick. Disney classic number 41, Lilo and Stitch. Who doesn't want Stitch as a pet? I think we can all vote that we want a Stitch for ourselves. Yeah, it's a really cool one. Disney classic number 42, have Treasure Planet. Again, not the biggest fan of this one either. I think to me personally, this is when Disney starts going downhill a little bit more. I do prefer Disney classic number 43, Brother Bear, to Treasure Planet, but this is Phil Collins and Tina Turner. Absolute brilliant musicians. So yeah, Brother Bear. And then, like I said, this is where it starts getting a bit pants. So, I've only watched this one once, but I can't remember if it was free or I had to buy it. Hoping free. Home on the Range. Yeah. It's about cows. Competitive cows. No difference there. In fact, I'm not even going to elaborate on this. Like I said, this is what I'm going to call the sloppy age of Disney. So yeah, just going to put that one back. Chicken Little. Not going to elaborate. Disney classic 46. The Wilds. I'm going to say I prefer the sleeve. In fact, if I remember, it is the koala bear in this that actually makes this film a little bit more bearable because it's a little bit crazy. And actually, I do like Meet the Robinsons. Again, not a lot to say about that one really. And this is where it starts picking up a little bit. I'm not really that fond of Bolt, but it's Disney classic number 48. This is quite heavy. Oh, 3D Blu-ray. Oh, I remember the case was broken. Pretty sure we got this from Disney Rewards. But yeah, the case is broken. But much love for Rhino the hamster. Absolute legend. Oh, I'm sad that that case is broken. Anyway, then next we have Princess and the Frog. You know, such an amazing film. Because again, I was actually quite surprised that the Firefly, spoiler, brace yourself, actually dies and doesn't come back. So obviously Disney usually fixes stuff like that. Not always, but you'd think, but yeah, he just dies and joins his loved one in the stars, and that's just really sad. Oh yeah, and the alligator that, you know, plays the trumpet. when he gets on the riverboat and wonders why everyone's shooting him off the boat and screaming because he just wants to play his trumpet, guys. And then Disney Classic number 50, pretty special. This is Blu-ray DVD. This has got a sleeve. There's not much different between obviously the cardboard sleeve and the case underneath. And this is better than Frozen. Yeah, I could just cry. The lantern scene. And spoiler, when I thought Flynn nearly died. Cried so much. And next, Disney Classic number 51, Wreck-It Ralph. Not actually the biggest of this one. Biggest fan of this one. This is a Blu-ray 3D version of it. I mean, I'm mainly disappointed because, I mean, I play video games a lot. I'm a massive gamer. If I'm not watching a film, I'm probably playing a video game. And there weren't as many video game references in it as I was hoping for. Obviously, we've got Sonic the Hedgehog, Dr. Robotnik or Eggman, whatever it's called these days, and, you know, a couple of others. And the video game reference I was most excited about was the exclamation mark from Metal Gear Solid. That was just because Metal Gear Solid is one of my favourite video game series. So when the exclamation mark pops up with the sound effect, I was like, yes! And then Disney Classic number 52, Frozen. Don't get all the hype. I'm not going to get into a rant about it. I mean, it's not the worst film ever. It just didn't really tick any boxes for me. Apart from Olaf. Olaf is one of my favourite Disney characters, if not my number one favourite Disney character. It's an absolute dream. I love him. So yeah, that's Frozen. Like I said, I'm not going to get into a massive rant about it. Be here all day. Big Hero 6 is one of my favourite Disneys. Baymax is one of my favourite Disney characters. And when I went to Walt Disney World, you can meet Baymax in Epcot. And I actually fist bumped him and went, ba la la la. Oh my god. Just dream come true. And he didn't really have much of a queue. I think I was only in the queue for 15 minutes. So I was like, please just see Baymax. I mean, there was a queue for Joy and Sadness just next door to him. And that queue was like 2 hours or something. Well, nearly 2 hours. I mean, it was worth it because you were with those characters for like 10 minutes. It was like a strong interactive point. But I was there a long, long time. And but yeah, Baymax, I think, was the shortest character I queued for. No, I think Goofy was, because we met Goofy just as he was like approaching his meet and greet station. I think we were like third in line. But do meet Baymax. Absolutely love this film, and I love this steel book. Look at that. And at the back, prepare yourselves, guys, because we're going to be hit by a strong field train. Look at that hug. And I absolutely adore this film. Tadashi is here. That's all I'm going to say. And then Disney Classic number 54. I've got the steelbook of this, Zootropolis, or Zootopia in the US and other countries. We just got lumbered with Zootropolis. And yeah, we've got a very busy front cover. And I just love the spine. And this is, you know, such a fun film. The sloths are amazing. I'm pretty sure most people say that. And it's just amazing film. And that Shakira song just gets stuck in your head. I can say that as like a metalhead. It just gets stuck. And for my second, well, for my this is in my top 3. It's probably my number 1 favourite Disney movie. Moana. I cried so much. It is so beautiful. I mean, I love like the ocean and, well, I've never been to, this is like Fiji. I've never been to Fiji or any of the Polynesian islands, but I like the Caribbean. I know it's not exactly similar, but obviously you've got white sandy beaches and just turquoise blue oceans and, you know, turtles. And I just love the ocean. I love my beaches and I love my jungles and I just love Moana. It's just such a gorgeous, gorgeous film. I just cried so much throughout. You know, when the film opened even, I was in tears because I'm like, holy hell, this is absolutely stunning. The animation was breathtaking. The characters are amazing. Moana is such a strong female lead. You know, she just, you know, cracks down and gets on with it really. And it's just such a beautiful film. And the grandma as well, and the songs, Tamatoa, and oh my god, I don't want to spoil this one because obviously it's quite a recent Disney, but Takar, that's all I'm going to say. It's absolutely stunning. I've got nothing but praise for these films. Oh, there goes my sleeve. For this film, rather, these films. How many Moana films is there? But yeah, I just absolutely adore Moana. This is my #1 favourite Disney movie of all time. I do want to go to Fiji one day, and I will do. And I'll get a proper tattoo from there as well. Anyway, that's the UK Blu-ray collection anyway, because I know in the US you guys have some different films in the classic lineup. I think you have the other Winnie the Pooh film and Dinosaur, whereas we don't. We got stuck with The Wild, for example. It's not fun, guys. It's not fun. Anyway, on to Pixar. And Pixar, you end up crying a lot throughout. So we've got Toy Story box set. Absolutely adore them. I just remember when I saw Toy Story 3 at the cinema. I wasn't expecting to cry as much as I did at that ending, but I did. Absolutely destroyed me. I love it, but I was just, oh my god, no spoilers from this one, because if you haven't seen it, just 100% get on it. A Bug's Life. Not top on my list of Pixar's, but obviously I still respect and appreciate the film. We've got Monsters Inc. Again, another sad one. Basically, all Pixar's are sad. We have Blu-ray, 3D Blu-ray of Finding Nemo. I do like this film, but probably unpopular belief, I prefer Finding Dory. Oh, and this one, I think it's same to be said with any of their 3D Blu-rays. It moves. I don't know if that's picking up on camera as well as I'm hoping it will, but yeah. Probably a little bit better than the Lion King sleeve. Yeah, there's not much different there. And then, The Incredibles, absolutely fab film. It's similar to The Watchmen, actually. It's obviously society decides they're not really keen on the heroes. They go underground and have to rise again, sort of thing. Love it. I have Cars. I'm not the biggest fan of Cars. It's actually one of the longer Disney and Pixar films, actually, at an hour and 40, I think. I can't find the runtime, but I think it's actually the longest. I'm not including live action in that, because I think that goes to Marvel and then the Pirates of the Caribbean films. Then we've got Ratatouille. Very fun film, very inspirational and all that. I wouldn't mind if a rat could cook for me. Oh, and this is probably my #1 favourite Pixar film and one of my favourite animated films, full stop. So I think it's very, very clever and adorable, and it's just a masterpiece in my opinion, is WALL-E. WALL-E? WALL-E. Just just came out really wily. This is just such a stunning film, and there's not many words spoken between them, but love is real. And obviously we destroyed the planet. Sad times. But it's so cute. I'm not going to go into detail because, again, marvellous movie. And then, I'm not the biggest fan of Up. I love the intro though, because that is like the worst 7 minutes of my entire life, because it's all happy, and all of a sudden you just hit with trauma after trauma after trauma. Just cry so much. But the rest of the film, I'm not really that keen on it. I love the house with the balloons and everything. And again, like I said, intro, absolutely brutal. But yeah, Up. And then we have 3D Blu-ray of Brave, and I was wrong. This isn't one of those funky cases. Got lazy. But yeah, I love Brave. Again, sad film. Beautiful film. You know, her hair is absolutely amazing. I think they said that they used the same animation mechanics as they did for Sully's hair from Monsters Inc. And his fur is fabulous as well. But yeah, again, sleeves exactly the same as the plastic case underneath. And we do have the 3D Blu-ray version of Cars 2. That's one of those cases that move. Don't know if that's picking up very well. I think it is. Again, not the biggest fan of this one either. I don't know, I'm not a Cars fan. I'll probably give Cars 3 in this at the cinema as well. I'm waiting for Coco at the end of the year. Anyway, next up we have Monsters University. This is the 3D Blu-ray. And again, it's not got one of the funky cases. And exactly the same. I love art in this one. You know, it is shaped like an A, like his hands form the line of the A. And yeah, Art's my favourite character. I actually like the mother as well, because it's really funny when, obviously, it's like later on in the film, and you know, all the guys, she drives them to this area they wanted to go to. And they're like, oh yeah, bye mommy, you gotta be okay. And she's like, oh don't worry, I'm just gonna sit here and listen to my tunes. As she, you know, winds the window up, and she's playing like death metal. And it's just really funny, because she's like really mumsy, she's got like rollers in her hair, flowery dress and all that, and she's like there listening to like death metal. It's just absolutely killed me. And then we have the 3D Blu-ray of Inside Out. This is such a clever film. And again, it's not got the funky case. Exactly the same on the inside. Yeah, this is a really sad film. It's obviously about human emotions. And I'm just going to say, who's your friend who likes to play bing bong, bing bong? Feel Train. Just Pixar, just stop. I can't take it anymore, my heart. And then next up, we've got The Good Dinosaur. This is a 3D Blu-ray. Again, it's not got one of the funky cases. Again, exactly the same. I'm going to stop checking that. I'm getting like really like bored every time I pick it up. It's like, it's exactly the same. It was an interesting film. It's not the best. It's definitely worth a watch though. I mean, it's beautiful. But, I don't know. It is worth watching though. It's just dinosaurs. I don't know, I think it's the design of the dinosaurs, and then there's this bit with the Tyrannosaurus Rex. They're like cowboys herding these other dinosaurs, and it's just really bizarre. And then this one, absolutely stunning film, Finding Dory. You know, it's absolutely hilarious, but again, you're massively hit with a feel train at one point, and I said I was going to stop doing that because it was doing my head in, but yeah, exactly the same. And such a gorgeous film. you know, I prefer this one to Finding Nemo. I just love it. It's obviously it's well, not anti SeaWorld, but just marine parks in general as well. So there's a really deep message behind that. Yeah, absolutely love it. And I'm going to go into, oh my god, Gerald the seal. Oh my god. I would actually like a film of him. I don't know what they do with it, but just make it happen. And then that's it for Pixar. I'm going to call the next section like miscellaneous Disney, maybe. We have planes. I actually prefer this to cars, but I prefer planes. I mean, is it a vehicle? I prefer planes to cars. And it's, yeah, they're racing. I've only watched it once actually, so I don't really remember that much to it. I think it's in the same universe. I mean, they look really similar. It'd be crazy if they weren't. And then one I absolutely adore is The Nightmare Before Christmas. In fact, I used Jack and Sally's song in my wedding vows, so this does have a very special place in my heart. You know, because it's just so wacky and dark, and it's just really fun. And I did have a box set with The Little Mermaid and its sequels, but I decided to just get rid of the box sleeve and keep them separate. We have The Little Mermaid 2, Return to the Sea, gets the thumbs down from me. And we have The Little Mermaid, Ariel's Beginning. I think this is one of, because basically, to me, I'm not really that keen on Disney sequels. I prefer the classic lineup, because I don't know, the Disney sequels just don't really tick the right boxes. But this one is a little bit more bearable, because we find out why Triton hates humans and hates the surface. So if you don't know why, watch it. Or I could tell you. I've already spoiled a few films, so I'm just assuming as Disney fans we've all watched them. Anyway, Pete's Dragon, absolutely crazy film. If you don't know why I was just going, that's the noise he does. That's what Elliot does. But yeah, it's a musical. It's very fun. Like I said, this was miscellaneous Disney. I'm kind of going more into live actions now as well. I think I just saw the Disney sequels and I was like, in A Night Before Christmas, and I was like, oh, what are we going to call them? I have the box set, because if you bought Mary Poppins separately at HMV, I think they were charging $18.99. But for this box set, I think it was only $9.99. No brainer, really. I can't get into Mary Poppins. I mean, I like it, don't get me wrong, but I can't get into it. I actually prefer Saving Mr. Banks, which is basically the making of Mary Poppins. Again, Field Train, very sad film, and Tom Hanks is brilliant as Walt Disney, but Tom Hanks is brilliant at most things he's in. I'm still waiting for a Hollywood-style Disney biopic. I know some exist. I think there's one called Before Mickey, with that guy from American Pie playing Walt. It was an okay film. Weren't that special. I don't even think I watched it all. But I want a proper remake, a proper biopic rather. That is what I want. Roger Rabbit, because this is such a solid film as well, and Jessica Rabbit is absolutely amazing. But I think most people say that because if you remember in one of my Disney pins video, I'm kind of trying to collect Jessica Rabbit pins. And then we are nearly there, guys. I think we've got half the shelf after this one. I need a drink. My drink's over there. I can't be bothered getting up. I'm going to just bomb through them. Tron, the original one. I think I fell asleep. I'm not saying it's boring, but I don't remember this one because I was asleep. My husband absolutely adores this one though. I mean, I appreciate it for everything, you know, it stands for. It's brilliant visually. And then, come on, Tron Legacy, 3D Super Play. This is basically like DVD. No, it's not DVD. It's 3D Blu-ray and a digital copy, and they call that the Super Play. And that's got one of the snazzy cases that move. Don't know if it's picking up, but one of the 3D cases, whatever. Is the case underneath the same? Surprise, surprise. And the soundtrack of this is incredible. But I love Daft Punk anyway. Yeah, that's Tron Legacy. Next up, I mean, I've had this one for years. We've got Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. This is probably my favourite Pirates film. I don't like this business here, this blue, whatever you want to call it, the corners on the box. I'm not really fond of that, but yeah. Black Pearl. Dead Man's Chest with exclusive HMV sleeve. I think it's different underneath. We've got the Kraken on that one. That case is so much better, but I don't know, the sleeve's cool as well, but the Kraken is just amazing. Then we've got At World's End. Again, HMV, silly people, don't put the sticker on the cardboard sleeve because then it's really hard to remove. I don't want to damage my case, so forever $7.99. Yeah, these, because I think HMV have these sleeves called Time to Believe. It's their new collectible sleeve. I'm not rebuying them. Not that bothered about the sleeve, but I think that's what they're doing. At World's End. The ship battle at the end is absolutely incredible. Love it. I prefer the ride to the films though. And then we have On Stranger Tides. Again, annoyingly, the sticker's on the sleeve. I weren't that keen on this one. I only got really excited at the weekend because obviously the new Pirates of the Caribbean film's out. I'm hopefully watching it tomorrow. So I got excited, I must buy Pirates! And ended up picking up Monopoly as well. And I was like, yeah, Stranger Tides of the Mermaid. And then I was disappointed at the end. I'm like, they're not that cool. And then next up, Enchanted, which is one of my favourite Disney live actions. Because it's so funny. So that's that. Ew, video game movie, not a fan. But we have the Steelbook of Prince of Persia, which is a Disney film. I just love Jake Gyllenhaal, is it? I don't know. But I'm not a fan of video game movies. I've never played the Prince of Persia video games. I've played them briefly, but I'm not the biggest fan of them anyway. And next up, we have The Muppets. I absolutely adore this film. It's just really, really funny. I just love the Muppets montage. And we have a steelbook of Disney's Lone Ranger. I actually really like this film. I think it was panned a little bit. But I really like it. I'd recommend it. And then, next up, we have, this was from HMV, they had an exclusive sleeve for it. This is Alice in Wonderland. I think you could get different versions. Oh, you've got like these art cards, I think, with this one. I'm going to call them art cards. Alice, Mad Hatter, Red Queen, Tweedledee, Dorm and Tweedledee, Cheshire Cat, and the White Queen. Absolutely stunning. So yeah, that was a HMV exclusive. I'm not actually the biggest fan of the Alice in Wonderland live actions. I prefer the first one to the second one. So I don't really buy Disney live actions, unless, you know, I liked the film. Like, I don't own Maleficent. I'm not going to get into a rant about that though. Anyway, next is Cinderella. Pretty fun film. It's one of the better live actions, but a bit that bums me out with this one is, obviously her name's Ella. Her step-family pick on her and then call her Cinderella, because obviously we're covered with salt. And at the end, when, is it the prince that asks for a name? She's like, oh, my name's Cinderella. No, it weren't the prince. I can't remember. Somebody asks for a name anyway, and she's like, yeah, my name's Cinderella. So she basically kept the name, even though it was associated with abuse. Makes sense, right? We own the 3D Blu-ray of Jungle Book. Not that keen on this Disney live action either. Probably in the minority for that. And this is probably... Oh my god, I've not even unwrapped this one. This is probably, again, one of the better live actions. This is Pete's Dragon. It's very different to the original, but it holds up enough on its own. You know, it's a different retelling of the story. It's actually really sad in the beginning. So yeah, that's Pete's Dragon. Must actually... I watched it at the cinema. Must actually unwrap that soon. Right, and now we're on to the Marvel films. This video is going to be so long. Right, so Marvel films. Steelbook of the Hulk. I think this was out before Disney like fully owned the rights to Marvel, but we own it anyway. And then Iron Man. And who doesn't love Tony Stark? And Robert Downey Jr., just saying. Iron Man 2. Iron Man 3, this is 3D Blu-ray. Is the sleeve any different? Wait for it. No. I'm going to keep doing that. We have 4. Chris Hemsworth is amazing. The sleeves are actually red on the Marvel films rather. Then we have 4, The Dark World. Captain America, the First Avengers, the 3D edition. When I first watched this film, I actually really didn't like it, but on several watches now, it's actually one of my favourite Marvel films. And Captain America, the Winter Soldier. This is a really good film as well. Case is exactly the same underneath. And then we have the 3D Blu-ray of Civil War. This is a Captain America film as well. Some people mistake it for another Avengers film, but I can see why, because everybody's in it. Is the case got to be different underneath? No, but kind of, because obviously it's blue for Captain America, red for Iron Man. It didn't have that underneath. Again, red spine there. I don't know, I think I'd side with Captain America. Don't know why. Just saying. We've got the 3D Blu-ray of Avengers Assemble. And I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but his, should we call it blaster? I can't even remember. It's really shiny. That's what's causing the shine on the Blu-ray. Is it any different? No. That's actually a really nice case. And then, I don't actually think a lot of this film, but Avengers Age of Ultron, the case is cool. Again, it's got that shining effect on it. The case is exactly the same. I do like that they used a sound clip from Pinocchio though. Just saying. And oh my god, absolutely massive fan of Guardians of the Galaxy, to the point where I'm considering getting a Star-Lord tattoo. Just absolutely love it. The characters, the music, everything in this. It just, the dance off. Just love it. And again, one of my favourite Marvel films, I'm probably in the minority here as well, is Ant-Man. Just, I think it's funny. I've only watched it once though, so I do need to pick that up again. And it's really shiny and it's all wavy because he shrinks. It's one of his powers. And then these aren't Disney, these are, is it Sony? Oh, I can't remember. But these were my, I prefer these to the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man's, probably in the minority there again. But Tom Holland's a better Spider-Man anyway. So I'm looking forward to Homecoming, which I will see at the cinema. And then we're on to Star Wars. Who doesn't love Star Wars? This is actually a pretty hefty box set. And it's just so cool. I'm not going to open it all up just in case something drops out, but it's quite heavy. I think it is because, well, obviously it contains 6 films for starters. That'd help, Sarah. It's just, let me try and show you what it looks like on the inside. The discs are in just like that. I don't want to open them all up. It's got Guide to the Galaxy on the inside. Ooh. What else has it got? Oh, I forgot about that. It's got a, what are they called? Ceni-type or something, but yeah, it's got the fight between Anakin and Obi-Wan. So cool. I'm glad I opened it up now. Basically, I was just being lazy. I'm like, oh, can't be bothered opening it up. But not being lazy pays off, as we can see. And I actually want to point out that I love that artwork there. So yeah, that's Star Wars: The Complete Saga. And I actually really like the cover of this one because Luke Skywalker, Anakin Skywalker on Tatooine. Bit of a field train there and all, isn't it, really? And then, oh wow, I forgot we got rid of our original Blu-ray of Force Awakens for this bad boy, and I do need to watch it very soon, which is the 3D Blu-ray of The Force Awakens. Look at that, and this is pretty hefty. You know, it's 3-disc set, it's got all these bonus features. Not even watched it yet, as I say. How'd you get it out there? And this, it's like got a, there goes the sleeve again. It's sort of a leathery feel. It's not real leather. It's not even leather. It's like, you know, that leathery cardboard you can get. It's so smooth. I like it. And just look at that. Look how special this is. So it's actually probably the first time I've properly looked at this purchase. Basically, I buy Disney things and they just go straight on the shelf. I'm like, ha. Ugh. So yeah, that is a very funky case of Force Awakens 3D. Let's pop that one back. And then, last but not least, Rogue One. I've just got the sleeve at the moment because my husband lent it to his mum, dad and brother, my in-laws, obviously. So we do own it, but like I said, the actual disc is elsewhere and we didn't want to damage the sleeve, but yeah, Rogue One, they were alright, did its job. I actually still got a little bit emotional at the end, even though we all knew what was coming. But yeah. Anyway, I'm absolutely exhausted now after going through all my films. Whew. I'm gonna get myself a drink as well. Anyway guys, thanks for watching and I'll be with you again soon for another Disney collection video. Bye bye!